Okay, welcome to Across the Gridiron. And this is Eddie, your number one NFL show here in the UK. Um, Listen, I just want to do a quick reaction to the Monday Night Football. And it was pretty late here in the UK for us on that game. And with two games, Monday Night Football, it was Steelers versus Browns. And he also had the Saints versus Panthers. So I'm just going to start with the Steelers versus Browns end game. That was a really crazy game. So it starts off with a pick six, against the Browns. I mean, Deshaun Watson is coming back into the team. It's for someone who's been away from the game, slowly, getting back into rhythm. And the NFL is a very, very difficult sport, especially for the quarterback. The quarterback, you have to, learn so much. There's so much information that you have to learn, and then you have to get chemistry with your players, with your wide receiver, with the rest of the team. So I think you're only going to see the best of Deshaun Watson, after about 6, 7 games. I think he's still a great talent, and I think he will come good for the Browns. Now, those two teams, have, good defenses. I mean, you're talking about, TJ Watts on the other side with the Steelers. You've got Miles Garrett on the other side with the Browns. So you know that this was going to be a very physical game. It was going to be a very tough game, and there was no surprises, right? There were lots of, quarterback hits. TJ Watts, citing, he stripped, he scored. So it's really going to be interesting, right? As a Dallas Cowboys fan, I really don't want to see other pass rushers excel because I really want Michael Parsons to win Defensive Player of the Year. But you can't hate though. TJ Watts is for real. So this is really going to be an interesting one. I think it's just going to be between TJ Watts, Nick Bosa, and Michael Parsons. Gonna be those three, yet again. So you know what? Let's see. Let's see how things go. Um, yeah. So I think those two teams. I mean, it's also a division game as well. So I think those two teams are gonna be quite interesting. As we go into the rest of the season. Very very close game. I think the Steelers just stole that one. But I think the Browns will come through. Amari Cooper, you know what? Former Dallas Cowboys, I've got to give my props to Amari Cooper. He got busy, over in that game. So I think the Browns have got the making of a good team. I think they will be a difficult team, to play this season. So I think people are gonna will have to watch out for that. Okay, so let's react to the Saints and Panthers. You've got number one overall pick in Bryce Young playing for the Panthers. And the first thing that I'll say is that I think there's a lot of talent with that young man. I think we play the Panthers. I think Dallas Cowboys play the Panthers at some point, this season. And I think you have to watch out for his legs. So I think he's a double threat quarterback. I saw him making a few, runs, breaking out of pocket, running for first down. I don't know if they were design runs, but I think he's going to be something to look out for. And listen, it was a messy game. Derek Carr, trying to get his chemistry with Michael Thomas. I think that will work, eventually, but it's going to take some time. The sense, they won that game, but it was a really, really, really close one. And both games, I just talked about, the Steelers and Browns game. That was a very close game as well. And same with this as well. So I think, well, I need to see a little bit more from the Saints. I need to see a little bit more from the Saints. I don't know about their defense quite yet, but they've played two games now, and they've won two games, so you can't knock them for that. I just think there's still a lot more to be seen in that game as well. Marshall Lattimore, props to him. There was a sighting of him as well in that game. So I think he's definitely gonna come good for them. Let me have a look at some of the stats from that game. So let's see what's interesting there. Um, Jerome Ford, he picked up rushing for the Steelers. Just going back to the Steelers game, and yeah, 106 yards. That's pretty good. Derek Carr, 228 yards, one interception. Taysom Hill came in, doing. It's funny though because the Saints have been doing this for quite some time now. They have another quarterback, Taysom Hill, but he comes in for all kinds of packages. He had 9 carries, 75 yards. He had more yards than the rush running back. So I mean that tells you something. It's really, really a weird sort of sitting system there. 2017, to the Saints, um, evenly contested game, and yeah, we'll see how the rest of the games pan out. So that was my Monday night football reaction. Thank you very much for watching the content, and thank you for all the feedback that I'm getting. In terms of what I'm doing, I'm trying a few things. Here with the show, just trying to keep it interesting. So anything that you guys want to see, any comments, please let me know. Drop a comments there. More importantly, drop a like because that's the thing that really really propels the content. If you like what you've seen, and you want to support the channel, please subscribe. Also share that, with everyone that you know. And as you all know, I'm based in the UK, so watching these games are really, really tough for us, because they're always very late in the night. Monday night football is usually about 1 a.m. So to be able to like try and follow the game and all of that is a lot of work. But it's something that I love, and like I say, we want to build a nice community, out here in the UK, because the NFL is growing here. The games have been coming to the UK every single year. The fans, are getting bigger and bigger. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, also at Wembley as well, which I'll be going later on to watch the Jaguars and the Bills. And so, let's support. It's a great sport. And also, I'm also a football lover as well. I love Arsenal, so you can check out, my other channel, Game On Football, where we talk about all about the Premier League, and football in general. So until I come back to you with the previews for the Sunday night game. Stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.